Peruremo, where the current governor is from. We're related by distance. But if you look at Kola Oredipe and look at Bayelsa, you begin to wonder what happened. I'm a crossover journalist, like myself, from the year 2000, that I crossed from Ogun State to Bayelsa State and Rivers State. I also crossed from being a geologist to a journalist. I also crossed from just being Kola Oredipe to Bremobowe. For those who know the meaning, Kola Oredipe says that Bremobowe in journalist. A child who has brought wealth into the house. Well, I'm an assistant director of Radio Nigeria. I've been an active and I still remain because I'm serving in Bayelsa now as the Director General new leadership governor. I'm also an athlete. I ran in this field years back as a secondary school student. And of course, I ran in Gogo. Then I ran in futsal. I did 800 meters, 1,500 and 3,000 steeplechase. In fact, we opened the Tatan track in Unilag in 1998. Then I was in BUK for Nuga Games as well. So across the path, I've been looking for opportunities to actually give back. Because of the course I studied, I couldn't go further. Time my lecturer would tell me, are you sure you want to study geology? Or want to play around? And I couldn't combine the two. So I had to leave athletics or sports activity to face my studies. But today, I'm privileged to be serving in Bayelsa, a home far away from here. I'm at home when I'm in Bayelsa. In 2006, as a journalist, I came here to cover Gateway Games with the current governor, then as Commissioner for Youth and Sport. I was presenting a program on Treasure FM in Port Harcourt back then, and from there the commissioner was listening to our program. He invited me to join that delegation to Gateway Games. So that was how my relationship with the governor was until 2020. I became governor and invited me to join me. But sincerely, so much is happening in Bayelsa in terms of sports. I will come to that. The government is tagged government of prosperity. Prosperity, of course, not just sharing money on the street. In sports, we are bringing prosperity to the young people of Bayelsa. Well, my passion is athletics. So you know what Bayelsa is known for. Weightlifting, wrestling, swimming, and combat sports. In the past 5 years, this is the Secretary of Athletics. There has been tremendous progress in terms of athletics. And because we are going back to the roots, to actually fish those talents in secondary school, their grassroots, and expose them to competition. Proudly, I can tell you, Mr. President, that here we are in Abeokuta. We are not hiring athletes to compete for athletics. We are grooming them. You may not see them at their peak here. I can tell you, 2, 3 years, 4 years, Bayelsa will dominate athletics in Nigeria. And that is where we are going. Good enough, the government of today is building a brand new stadium, 25,000 capacity, that will be ready by next 2027. The foundation laying was done this March. And the contractor has said that within 18 months, they will deliver the roof. And for those who know my governor very well, so passionate about sports, and that's why you can say today at the first table, I don't know what it is, but I know perennial, I won't say opponent or rival, that have taken over the medal stage. If I don't give you, I don't lost hope. We are very confident that we have come to compete here in different sports. And we know that they are not runaway winner for now. We are chasing them very closely until the last day. But that was what happened in Uyo during the Nigeria Sport Festival. Until the last day where the athletic finals, the relays, where of course Bayelsa won the 4x100 meters relay, which is the high point in athletics or track management. So also we are also targeting them that by the end of the festival, Bayelsa will talk, and that is the charge that the governor has given to our commissioner. Our champion, Daniel Balade Igale, an Olympian, is working around. He wants to amass all the medals, and I'm very confident that this period with the charge. In 2006, Bayelsa came fourth here in Ogun State under the governor when he was commissioner for sports. In 2020, which of course held in 2021 in Benin, we came third. As about 2022, we came second. I'm sure you all know the only position left for Bayelsa is first. And here we are in the festival, we are going for that first position. And I'm sure that it is very, very important. Well, Mr. President, the other leg why I'm here, I've mentioned the fact that I'm an athlete. I'm also a coach because trained under one of the best coaches, Coach Lawrence Adigbe in Ogun State, and late Oreo Jelusi. Each time I remember those coaches, I say yes, Nigeria has produced great coaches and technical players. Today, I train with my athletes. I'm happy that two of them were invited to Ija. The athletes that were raised by Sam K. They were invited to Ija, one for long jump, one for sprint. And I'm happy that they made it down to Abeokuta. That shows progress. The MC mentioned that we have had headquarters in Bayelsa. We host secondary school meets. And from those meets, we have about 25 athletes under the Samke Athletics Club. And we take them around competitions, national youth game, Olympic trials, and of course, some of them are here. One of my girls, Faith is the Chuku, ran 400 mixed relay yesterday. She ran the anchor for Bayelsa. Young girl, just about 15, 16 years, and when you see how the trial running 400, I'm very, very excited. So that's what we're doing in Bayelsa. I'm going back to the roots. And today, I've come here to solicit your support. I have done so much. And I also know that as my primary constituency, you are the one that blow all of this out for me. I'll be seeking to contest for the zonal rep to the board of Athletic Club of Nigeria in this coming election. We have done a whole circle from Cross River to Akwa Ibom to Bayelsa to Rivers to Edo above Rivers. And the support has been there because all that we have done are very visible to everyone. Here we are by primary constituencies. Mr. President, this pen, I said, is very mighty. And I know what he can do. In solidarity, if any other aspirants come, please tell them that you have adopted Kola Oredipe. People have been asking me, how do you do it? Bayelsa nominating you in the South. Like I've said, my story is very clear. I was a state correspondent in Bayelsa for like 6 years. I was head of news in Treasure FM Port Harcourt for about 5 years. I was head of news in Cross FM Benin for about 4 years. I had to cover several events in Asaba Delta State in Akwa Ibom. So I'm at home to every state in the Niger Delta. Okemudia is there when I was in Benin. And I know that a whole lot of you have also come in contact with me. I don't let me say golden voice. I was a regular voice on network of Radio Nigeria for a whole lot of time before I got to a management position. It still does not stop me. Because I'm on leave now, because of absence serving in Bayelsa. So I have a whole lot to ensure that we continue to grow athletics, in particular in the South-South zone and beyond in Nigeria. One of our athletes, Tima Gobles, today, she's probably the Bayelsa product. Homegrown, discovered from secondary school. And that is the example we are giving to every other state. That let's go back to our roots, we can see the next champion. I was in the Olympics last year just to go and see that competition. I felt very happy that from the creeks of Bayelsa to the world, and she did. So I'm hoping that the next World Championship, Nigeria were living a past of no medals at major meets to see that Nigeria is doing very well. So I'm also happy for favor of Philip. And I'm like, oh Lord, I don't want to be, I don't want to say that there is a known fact that athletics or sport general, maybe this is how dominates. Somebody always asks me, why is it that sports people do well in the South? Well, I've done some research, and that's the truth. For those who know Jackson be there in wrestling, they will tell you that because we eat unripe plantain, I've got some strength that comes from those foods. So on the mats, you see Bayelsa, Ijo, South rolling every other. In weightlifting, you see them. And that is what we're trying to create. South, we want to produce more champions so that at the Los Angeles Olympics in 2028, Nigeria should be coming back with medals and medals in athletics. Mr. President, I'd like to thank you. I know that I've spoken so much. I wish to draw to the end of my colleagues. Please, if you have a friend in Benin or Edo State, please talk to him on my behalf. If you have a friend in Calabar, please talk to him on my behalf. Because I'm bringing something into athletics Nigeria. And I know that after this stage, there will be further stage. But for me, I want to start very small. I'm not too ambitious. I want to start where I think I can carry on to add value to the system. So let me start from zonal area. And I'm sure after that, I can take it further. Mr. President, thank you so much, and I wish all of us the best of festival. I know we are doing well here in the state. We also watching. The commission has been very good still. Cambodia is already there. The sense of unity that we're trying to build is there. How many thousands of leaders, all the students within this period? So if you do this regularly, I'm sure we can do a lot more to ensure that we have a better future for the young ones. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for finding time to come. I will certainly give you for some few questions, but let me just reiterate and emphatically at that. You know, I have always said that there is need for us to deliver. You know, we are best at supporting others. Now we have another opportunity. And I told you from the very onset that we'll do the best we can to bring on board quite a number of federation presidents that are available, or federation, you know, would be, you know, candidates and all of that. And now we have our own. And as a matter of fact, we are doing them whatsoever, not to give you the maximum support that you have. And I can assure you that we will do just that. And let me also wish you the very best from the very outset now. As we always be there for you. We will give you the required support. Of course, we'll talk with people that matters to ensure that we find the children. That is an assurance that we give you on behalf of our colleagues. And we will not just stop at that now. We'll sustain that tempo until we find the children. Please, let's open the floor now for please. Let's not duplicate questions. Just very few questions.
You will take numbers. 1, 2, 3. Mr. Obamudia will be asking. Don't worry. Any other hand? Let's take the first break. Someone is hello.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. My name is recently Kola used to be my junior in summary. You didn't give me summary in newspapers. For some of us that said, where is the one? Thank you very much. Kola is one of our own. Well, what you're saying is very good because the AFN thing is very interesting. I jumped into it and I jumped out because politics is very tedious. I want to advise us here because I was in the PR Technology Committee. I won an election into there. I lost out. And we can go into sports politics as well. As media men, please, let's aspire to go into sports politics. It's very big, but very dirty. You understand? I know he will survive it. But where you're coming from is a bit difficult, but I will encourage you and I have to support you. What I'm trying to say here is not question, but just an advice to you and to our colleagues here, because you are coming here to associate with us as one of us, which is very good. Our guy seated there is our doctor. I call him I want to call him. His wife is my friend. I ask questions whenever I want to ask questions. You understand? So please want to advise us, as many as we are here, please let's go into sports politics, because we should know what they are doing there. Please, I want to beg, let's go into sports politics. Manikawa is there. Let's go into sports politics. Let's know what we are doing there. Because if you don't go into sports politics, you will say the president just says no. Please, I want to beg you. And as it is now, this coming from the South. And the South, we have about 4 people coming out from there. How do we do it? We need to talk to our friends and the chairman, because he has 4 votes. That's 5 votes to win now. That's zone. 4 votes to win that zone. I want to beat. Kola is our own. I know him. Raymond is here, he knows him. She knows him. President knows him. Let's support him. Oga, so that I knows him. You understand? Please, that is just thank you very much.
Very much. My name is Kola Oredipe. I think we'll be looking at. We have a lot of discussion outside this, but you've done well for athletics in Bayelsa State, and like my brother, my big brother, Mr. Ferdinand said, that's so. Are you looking at from the southwest? Let me come to this side if I will get the support from the southwest. But that zone, that's outside you're contesting from. It seems so people. The politics there is, will you leave there to come say, let me come from my region where I know I have to support? Thank you. That's just my simple question.
Yes. Hello, yeah, my name is Said Abdullah from Lagos. My question is this: Shakola, you said you are contesting to represent South at the AFN. What are your plans what are your plans to do athletics in the South zone? Because you were in the South interest. What are your plans to do athletics in the South region and which will dominate Nigeria?
My name is Samuel Aswan, and head of sports and secondary. Firstly, you were at the last Olympics, and I was there also. Team Germany, Team UK, Team USA. The athletes that are going to perform at NA 2028 test the waters in 2024. And for athletics, there is a 10-year plan for podium finishes. There is no shortcut. There is no shortcut when it comes to the 10-year plan for athletes. What is your 10-year plan? Not 2028 LA. After 2028 LA, what is your 10-year plan for athletes in the South region? And what will you do different if you come into as a tournament? Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. I will take this sequence to leave there.
Mr. Ben, are you still going to ask questions?
Thank you so much. Mr. Ferdinand, thank you for the encouragement. And of course, my friend Sayo, thank you so much. Don't let me share the concern you have. I don't want to share the concern you have. I just said that for the past 25 years, I have lived in the South, and I have worked in virtually all the states of the South states. As an active journalist, as a reporter, I didn't go with my book. I have written a book, my journey in the South for I think about 15 years at that time. And I have friends both across everywhere. Why is there today? For Bayelsa to even give me the nomination, I'm sure you know what it means. First of all, I want to mention the fact that I started my journalistic career in Lagos, Metro FM. I did just about 2 months, then I left for Port Harcourt. I was head of news in Treasure FM for about 6 years. I'm not boasting, but because of goodwill, I built friendship, network, and I was an active sport reporter in Sako at that time, navigating everywhere. So, I see myself, yes, as a Southwestern, but today, I see myself more as an enjoyment. Because maybe the concern of Nigeria. You know, a lot of us, when we go to US or UK, become citizens. But here in Nigeria, if you move from Emba to Jebu, remind you that you are from Emba. And you have to contest an election. I contested for chairmanship of NUJ in Bayelsa. And he was calling me, saying, don't go there. I said, no, I have something to offer. And I had an election to become the chairman of the NUJ in Bayelsa. I was correspondent chairman for 2 terms, and I had that clout. I ran that election. Out of 3 of us, I came second, and I had the momentum. It took the system, the government to mobilize from some quarters. But last year was my DG of campaign when I was chairman of SIUG. So, I'm at home. I will go into this election and I will take whatever comes out of it. And I'm strong, will that I will win the election. Because of my impact. I'm going to take you to the next question about what we should be doing in South. I can tell you that we already started the journey. Today in Nigeria, when you mention athletics, in fact, you mention Delta, Edo, I know those there. But today, that's a fact. That is the South Side that we need athletics. That is something is happening. I mentioned the issue of plantain the other time. That's on the national note. But sincerely, the South has produced great talents in athletics. And we are taking it further by God's grace. In terms of programs, regular competition is what gives an athlete opportunity to go compete, see your mistake, come back home, your coach look at what you have done, and you take it further. You must compete. Good nutrition, my dream, and I'm happy with what the National Sport Commission is doing with the invited junior athletes. That is sincerely the way to go. When you identify any talent, take them and begin to nurture them, calm them, give them school. Because education is key. So mix all of this, just give them about 3-4 years, you will begin to see progress. When you measure the progress, then you are confident that in another 2-3 years, this success will be a whole lot. I mentioned 10 years plan. Yes, I agree with you for you to plan to win an Olympic. But our own in Nigeria is that we already have some athletes that have been there. If you take favor of Philip, for instance, or Timago, don't need another 10 years ago. We can begin to look at these young ones and we can say, okay, by the time they are 21, 22, they are dominating. I mentioned IJA. We will support the commission to expand the IJA so that as zonal level, we will have this replicated, not taking them to Abuja enough, provide those facilities. And I'm sure we do a whole lot to achieve that. Let me assure us that the way we're going with the board, I will not be a lone voice. I'm passionate because I did the sports. And I'm interested. I also know the technical detail in terms of coaching and nutrition that you can have. I'm a nutritionist. But I've served under best coaches and I've seen the way they train me. Even though I did not win too many medals, but I know that my colleagues that were training together, 1 gold medal, 1 silver, Shewo Ogunkoya, we were training under the same coach. Taiwo Ajibade, who won the 100 meters at Local Game 98. They are all my kids. So, let me assure you that if we come on board, with the support of the commission and looking for more corporate partnership, because it's very key. that government alone can fund sports. And I'm happy with what the MTN is doing with the MOC. They are providing platform for competitions, and that's great for us. With the United Desert Sports that has also come up, every region should also bring those zonal competition, and I'm happy that we are seeing the results coming up. So, for us in athletics, AFN, I'm able to get the opportunity. I'll bring in my very best to see that we have quality programs with which we produce great champions and Olympic champions, even in 100 meters. Look at those days, we used to see Adeniko Olapade, MC1 brother. When we have 3 of your athletes in the finals of an 100-meter race, we are sure we medal in the relay once they have passing exchange. So we want to get them in the next board of the AFN. Thank you so much.
Let's quickly take the last question.
My name is Gowon Akodono. I work with the Nigerian Newspaper. Sir, athletics is, of course, when we talk of sport, this country, after football, athletics is sports. And I want you to look at that South very well, because South region will be the battleground when you come where this event is. To look at the characters, the people who are involved in this race. We also have you as a former athlete, our colleague. Of course, we have to keep behind them. But you know, the essence of this we don't have something like that. I only promote abilities of Japan, business, online access. They were cool, especially for research. Just want let me just give this moment that you know what is happening. Give a report to me like the former athlete, the former technical director of PFA and the current board member, Amasha Isiama, is also coming from the executive. We also have the director of the Niger Delta Sport Facility, Malik Ikoko, also seeking that ticket. The current president not did that ticket. Or still being the vice president of CA, not carrying the guests together for international body. What kind of research have you done to give you the confidence that you're able to pick the ticket from faster?
Thank you. I think the tickets, the people you have mentioned, we are not competing for the same office. I can tell you for a fact. A number of them want to be the AFN president. Well, I don't know. For me, I'm not going for president. They need the slot. They need the platform. That's a gamble. It's a gamble. And I do not want to speak about other aspirants. I've come here to fraternize with my colleagues and tell you that with my profile, with what I've done in just about 2 years, athletics, and with my background in athletics, I am the best fit for the office so that we can grow this sport together. I do not want to color anything. My homework, I have done it. You know, it's an election. I'm also a very keen unionist in NUJ politics. So I know that when 3 persons go for an election, only one person will be managed. I have seen myself as one that will be managed. Some of them have been tested before. Me, I'm just coming in. Give me a new passport. Those who have been tested, they can rest. For me, let me have the passport and see what I can do in the next 4 years. Then take it over. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kola.
No, that's fine. That's all. All right, thank you very much, distinguished colleagues. I think he has said it all. Let me just also, allay some of our fears. In sport, where you come from does not really matter. Now, for those of you that know Dr. Ademola Abe,